I wanted to go over with you today some important information about our course registration process for the 2024-25 school year. As you begin thinking about the courses you want to take for the 24-25 school year, I want you to know where you can go for information about the different courses offered at Parkview. As you begin to consider the courses you want to take next school year, I encourage you to also think about everything else you are involved in outside of school. Whether that is band, athletics, clubs, or a job, please consider all that you are involved in as you make choices about your classes. We build the master schedule of classes and hire teachers based on what students indicate they want to take during the registration process. This is the reason we don't allow changes during the summer or at the beginning of school. Be sure you are making wise choices about the classes you want to take next year. We want you to enjoy school and be challenged, but we want you to be able to balance everything else you have going on and not be overwhelmed or overstressed. Remember, find the balance that works for you as you make choices. Please also consider the graduation requirements and the courses you may or may not need. This year on the Parkview website, you will see a blue bar as pictured on the slide that will take you to all course registration information. We have spent a lot of time adding all the registration information to this Registration Hub site, so this will be your best resources as you work through the registration process. As you have questions, please be sure to check the Registration Hub. Check it out. It is already live on the Parkview website. This is showing you the main page of the Registration Hub. If you will notice on your left, there is a list of course registration topics. Please be sure to take some time to browse all that is there. I will specifically call your attention to the last item on the topic list, the application-only courses. If you want to apply for the application-only courses and electives such as peer leading, gifted internship, or yearbook, you will need to start here. If you are a junior or a senior and are interested in attending Grayson Tech or Maxwell for half of the school day to complete one of their mini programs, there is information and links on the Registration Hub for you. Again, please take some time to look through the information. I think you will find it super helpful as you work through the course registration process. I have also included a QR code link in this presentation that will take you to the application-only courses. This application will be open from January 4th through the 19th for you to apply. If you are interested in peer leading, gifted internship, or yearbook, don't forget to apply using the QR code. Be sure to check this out as soon as possible. The application for Maxwell High School of Technology and Grayson Tech opens on January the 10th. If you are a junior or senior and interested in attending either of these programs for part of your school day, I would encourage you to check out their websites and attend their upcoming open houses where they will provide more information about their programs. Representatives from Grayson Tech will be at Parkview during all lunches on January the 16th, and representatives from Maxwell High School will be at Parkview during all lunches on January the 19th. An event that is coming up is our College Credit Options Night meeting. If you are interested in either dual enrollment or advanced placement courses, or both, this meeting will inform you about both options for earning college credit. This meeting will take place on Thursday, January the 11th at 6:30 p.m. This meeting will be led by Ms. Walk, Mr. Nichols, Parkview's AP coordinator, and counselors Kim Salo and Charles Walker, who work with students in the dual enrollment program. Between January the 24th and February the 9th, you and your parents may view the information on the Registration Hub and view the many videos that have been included to explain the core courses and electives. While you and your parents are reviewing this information, your current core area teachers will be inputting their course recommendations for you for their content area. For example, your math teacher will be inputting their recommended math placement for you for next school year. They will be making these recommendations based on your first semester performance, your current performance, your work ethic, and your summative assessment scores. Even though you won't be able to see this at this time, you will later in the process. Some of your teachers may have a conversation with you about their placement recommendation. For example, your physics teacher may have a conversation with you about your fourth science choice. In advisement on January the 31st, your advisement teacher will show the videos about the elective courses offered at Parkview. You may also view these on your own using the links on the registration hub. On February the 1st, Parkview will hold an elective fair where students will have an opportunity to see the many different elective courses we offer. This is a great time for you to start making decisions about the electives you want to take next school year. On February the 8th in first period, students will receive their pre-printed registration sheet with their core course recommendations made by their current teachers. Students will work with their advisement teacher to complete their schedule for a total of 12 courses, 6 each semester. Please share this registration sheet with your parents and talk with them about your overall course selections. Between February the 8th and February the 11th will be the only time you will have to request changes to your scheduled classes, as we will use the registration numbers to build our master schedule of courses for the 24-25 school year. This will be the time for you to request a level change from AP to Honors or Honors to College Prep, and to choose your electives. You and your parent will need to complete the form to request changes, and both student and parent should sign the form and return it to your advisement teacher by Friday, February the 11th. As a reminder, February 11th is a very important day, as this will be the last day to request changes to your 24-25 schedule. If you don't submit requests at this time, you will be scheduled for the courses you were recommended for or chose to take. Please remember, as you request changes, that if you or your parent choose to request a change in level placement, we will not change you out of the course if you find it too easy or too difficult. Please also consider your overall course load and your extracurricular involvement or activities or work outside of school. We want you to be challenged, but we want you to enjoy school and not be overstressed by taking on too much of a course load. Remember to choose wisely and look at the big picture when making your course change request, as your choices are year-long choices. Between February the 9th and late April to early May, the Parkview Curriculum Office will be using the course registration information to build our master schedule of courses for the 24-25 school year. We build our schedule based on what you indicate you want to take during the registration process. The Curriculum Office may contact you through your school email or call you in if there is a conflict in your schedule. Please remember to choose wisely and think about your entire situation. Consider the levels of your classes, your extracurricular activities, your job, or other outside involvement so that you can have a balanced schedule where you can be successful and not overwhelmed. You will be able to see your course requests during the entire registration process through the Student View app. This will be for informational purposes only and not for you to be able to request changes. I hope this video gives you a glimpse of the registration process and that you will take some time to look over the registration hub so you may begin thinking about courses you want to take next school year. It is up to you to stay informed, follow instructions, and meet deadlines in order to make the registration process go smoothly so you get the classes that you desire to take. Thanks for your attention, and we look forward to working with you as we move through the course registration process.